What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the RC Retro channel. Well, I finally got the 1/12 scale four-wheel drive Kyosho Phantom out for some action on the Fender Speedway. Now, if this is your first time seeing the Kyosho Phantom on my channel, I had previously done an unboxing and a build overview video, and if you want to check that out, I posted the link to that video in the description down below. But for this episode, you're going to see me running the Kyosho Phantom on two separate occasions. The first being on the Fender Speedway, where the track was set up with a more technical layout. Now, we don't have a race class for the Kyosho Phantom, so on that day, after the first round of qualifiers, when we opened up the track for more practice, I put this out there. I was taking it kind of easy for the first lap or two until somebody hit me from the back, or maybe sideswiped me. This flipped over, and then the paint got all scratched. And you'll hear me on the video go, "Oh, there goes the paint." And then once I got that out of my system, once you get the first scratch on it, I just opened it up on the track to go full speed, and I just had a blast. However, I'm only going to show you a couple minutes of that practice footage, because then later on in the video, you'll see me racing this. Now, I said we don't have a race class per se. However, there are two other gentlemen who I hang with on the Fender Speedway, Ivan and Garrett, who have Kyosho Phantoms as well. So on a separate day, right after the first round of qualifiers, when the track was closed, Tom opened up the track to us. We threw some transponders in the three of our Phantoms, got it out there for a quick 5-minute race. Now, just so you know, we are all running the exact same setup. We have Kyosho mini servos in the front. We are all running the same brushless setup. It is the silver Kyosho 240S ESC, and all have the same 21.5 Kyosho gold motors. So exact same setup, even the gearing on here. We're all running the same pinion and spur gear as well. And I want to say that the race was a success, but I'd be lying if I told you that. So I had two issues while I was out there. The first being that my transponder worked and then didn't work, then started working again. And then the more serious issue was that I had some technical difficulties with my Kyosho Phantom. For about half of the race, it was running great, and then not so much. And you'll see that in the video, and then I'll see you right back here after, and we'll talk about exactly what happened with my Kyosho Phantom.
14-7. 22.2, 15 flat.
Sorry.
16.
All right, now we got the first initial scratches out of the way on the body. Now we don't have to be worried about running it.
18.9. 35.7. 18.6. 22.1. 18.5. 123.8. Rich Cole. 18.7.
Please don't do that.
18.7.
Go.
Oh, there goes the paint.
All right, looks like Gareth is out front. That car looks pretty good. All these cars actually look really well. Look at they drive really good. Oh, those foam tires are going to be destroyed after this. All right, Gareth is the first one around. 16.5, followed by Ari. 19.5. Ivan around 16.2. That puts Gareth at a 19.5.13. Ivan Soto now up to that top spot. Now, Gareth, you missed a lap. Okay, hold on. All right, there we go.
Oh, there goes the
Gareth
paint.
on a 19.501. Ivan Soto on a 17.506, and Ari only counted once. 15.5 for Gareth that time around. He's on a 19.5 flat. Ari, in that count.
I don't know what.
You counted once.
Well, I don't know what happened. It counted once, and then I'm not counting no more.
Maybe when you flipped the transponder, got knocked out. 15.1 for Gareth. That puts him up to a 25.13. 15.3 for Ivan. He's on an 18.505. And Ari, looks like your transponder is not working.
Figures.
15.3 that time around for Gareth. He's on a 25.12. Here comes Ivan. Ivan down to straight 15.6. He's up to an 18.501. 145 down, 3:15 to go, drivers. Gareth around 14.9. He's now on a 25.10. Looks like he should be running this in VTA. 15.2 for Ivan that last time around. He's up to a 19.514. I'm assuming it looks like Gareth is about to pass him, so Ari is probably about on a... Oh, Ari, you counted.
Now I'm counting all of a sudden?
Yeah, you missed 5 laps.
So just add 5 laps,
That's
and
what I'm doing.
Gareth just lapped me one time.
Yep, I'm on it.
Should I try the other one?
But it's still really cool.
All
These
right.
things are boogie.
2:30 down, 2:30 to go. We got Gareth in that top spot. He's on a 25.10. 14.7 that last time around for Gareth. 15 flat for Ivan. He's on a 19.509. Ari's on an 18.515. And Ari didn't count that last lap again.
Who cares? My car looks cool out there.
Oh, no, you did. Sorry. 17.1. There it is.
I think the changes came off. Wait, the
Gareth around
change.
15 flat. Ivan around 15 flat. Ari around, you did count that last lap, but I got you now. You counted that one. 17.1 for Ari. All right, 3:15 down, 1:45 to go. We got Gareth in that top spot, 25.07. Ivan on a 19.504, and Ari on a 17.504. Gareth around 15.4, Ivan around 15.5. What motor do you guys running these?
Why does my chain...
These cars are running Kyosho stock 21.5 motors, which are a lot slower than regular 21.5 motors. One minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. 14.6 for Gareth that time around. He's on a 25.06. Ivan Soto on a 19.502 and Ari on a 17.515.
I think my chain keeps coming off around one of the turns or isn't catching. See? Every time I keep going around that turn right there.
This is going to be the only time you pretty much ever see a 12 scale running on asphalt. If more guys get them, maybe we'll run it next year. 14.6 for Gareth, 15.4 for Ivan. Ari misses every other lap. 30 seconds to go, drivers. 30 seconds to go. It's still Gareth, Ivan, and Ari.
Thanks, Ray. It started off very promising.
5 seconds to go, drivers. 5 seconds.
My car just dies.
What the heck?
I don't
Put the
know.
car in the middle.
Every turn. Every time I go around this
That's
turn.
time.
just-
Keep going until I tell you we're done. Ivan, you got caught at the line. You were done. Gareth is done. And it looks like Ari is out.
I am not finishing.
All right, Gareth takes that one, 25.03. Ivan in the second spot, 19.5 flat.
Oh, my car's moving.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that running footage. You'll probably notice that there were two different track layouts, and that's because when we were racing this on a second date, we designed the track a little different to test out for an upcoming enduro race that I wasn't part of, sorry. But yeah, it was more flowy, definitely faster, less technical than the first track you saw when I was practicing with this. But needless to say, the race was fun until halfway. Now, the issue I thought was that the chain kept coming off. At least that's what I thought, because this is a chain-driven four-wheel drive car. Going around turn number 5, the car just would slow down, and I would hit the throttle, and you just hear some spinning, 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 and then eventually something would catch, and it would take off and go around the track full speed. And then once we got back to turn 5 again, for some reason, you know, just stop again. So I'm gonna take off the body, bring the camera closer, and show you exactly what it was. All right, so first, this is my transponder, and they say you're supposed to mount it at the lowest point. I don't know how much lower I could really get it. There's not much room. Maybe I'll just move it over here. Maybe the fact that it's right on top of the battery was causing the issue. I don't know, but I'm gonna mount it right over here for next time, and that'll hopefully resolve the issue. The other issue was not the chain. The chain was not coming off. It was actually this right over here. So there's a grub screw that holds this onto the rear axle. Now I upgraded my rear axle from the metal one to the carbon one. And there's a little divot right in the carbon axle. So when you put this on, the grub screw goes right into the divot. Now I also use Loctite here, and apparently, I don't know, somehow the grub screw just backed out even with Loctite and was spinning around. And actually, if I bring it up closer, maybe you could see, kind of wore away where that divot is. And you could see how it just kept spinning around and wearing it away. So the other issue was that at the same time, my pinion gear, the little grub screw that holds the pinion gear, that also came out as well. And so this was sliding back and forth on the stem of the motor, not catching the spur gear. And even now you can see it's a little uneven. So coincidentally, 2 grub screws came out, both with Loctite. Not really sure what that's about, but I'm gonna fix this. Now I don't think I'm gonna use the carbon one. I think I'm gonna put the metal one back on. You could see right here where that little divot is, where you could put the grub screw right into. So I'm gonna fix this by taking out that, putting in this, and hopefully I won't have that issue again. Well, that's just about it for this video. I'm gonna get the Kyosho Phantom all fixed up off camera, and don't worry, you will see the Phantom at some point reappear on the channel again. As for this body, I know it's pretty cool. Don't worry, it didn't get that badly scuffed up, just on both sides over the wheel arches. That took a brunt of it, but altogether, the body still looks pretty awesome. Love this paint job. Awesome. I can always get another one of these painted up as well in the future, but that'll do for right now. And of course, it's probably gonna get a little bit more scuffed up again next time we get it out. All right, well anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you everyone, and I'll check you all in my next video. Take care.
Let's go.